Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. Can you hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, give me a thumbs up. Or give me an L and C, please. Thank you. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Any thumbs up, any L and C, so that I can continue the session? Okay, thank you, Elise. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, all right, let's start our morning MAO right now. Good morning to all of you once again. All right, morning to you, Susan. Susan Tan, Nelson, Michael, Elise, morning to you, Leanne. All right, loud and clear. Excellent, thank you. Now, this morning, my wife asked me this question. Are you working this morning? I say, yes, I have to work. You say, why? I say that because of the market. I think that today is a very important day for a lot of us. And I believe that, right, we are just very near to the potential turning point. All right. Now, of course, when I say this statement itself, right, my wife like looking at me, the blank face was to her is what's turning point. But to her, why she asked me this question is because today is 3rd of June. And 3rd of June is actually my daughter's birthday. Yes, my princess birthday, Ariel. Yes. So because it is her birthday, so my wife thought that I would be taking off today, but I told her that no, work still must be done. But I will make sure that I will spend more time with the family in the afternoon. So that's why I decided to put in all my energy to tell you a lot of stuff today. Now today's MAO is why I call it as a blockbuster, because there's so many important things to share with you, and I really hope that you can benefit out of it. Okay, I really hope that you can benefit out of it. So make sure that you spend next 1.5 hours with me and get the best out of it. Okay. All right. Once again, good morning to you, Sharif, Johnny, Allison, Jerry, Kelly. Wow. Good morning to you. Okay, Kelly. Thank you, Susan Tan, for the nice the birthday wish. Thank you, Susan Ng, for also the birthday wish. 2 Susan side by side. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Okay, let me just share my material, my things up to everybody. Susan, Susan Ng, yeah, do me a favor. Can you share this Trade the Boys Now live video to those in Cambodia? Thank you very much. Okay. On the Cambodia Facebook page, yeah. Okay, just give me a moment. There's a bit of lagging now at the right side here. Okay, I'm having a bit of lagging at the moment. Just give me a moment, yeah. Let me just try to maybe just stop some of the Telegram messages. Okay, let me just take a picture of you guys greeting her happy birthday. That's so nice of you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much once again to Susan, to Farah, to Elise and Johnny. Thank you guys for the wonderful birthday wish. Okay. All right, let's start once again. Okay, sorry to go back a little bit. Okay, let's go. Now today, today that's a typo on date. No one noticed that. Okay, let me just change it first right now live. Okay. I haven't updated it. My bad, yeah, my bad. Okay, today is the 3rd of June, Friday. All right, now these women, okay, these women may actually know the underlying problems, but ... Now, as you know, ladies, you guys really are also definitely one of the blessed species of the world, because you guys will have this intuition that the guys may not really have. All right. And of course, when the ladies feel something is all right, they know it. And once they know it, right, it's very difficult for them to explain how they get it. Right, ladies, don't you think so? So the thing is this, at the same day, okay, we have Cheryl, we have Janet, we have Leon. Three of them, they basically says that Briner, to be simple, all right, all of them has the same thing that they share about the financial market. And incredibly itself, right, incredibly, all right, I find the cohesion of understanding here. But of course, when you compare it to what the Wall Street is looking at, it's a bit different. So to me itself, right, I felt a compelling reason to tell you that there is something cooking right now. And the ladies, they may not be able to share it openly, but if you look at their tracks and their stuff, you can actually see it pretty clearly. And that's the reason why I think today I need to share this information with you. So I will be talking about the three ladies on a separate note, but we actually get to see Microsoft, the earnings, the forecast was incredible. All right, they were looking at the numbers and it was not so good, right? And the market just didn't really react. Now, it reacted for a short moment, but after that itself, right, the market just recovered. Now, this looks like a sign that the bull is coming back. All right, the bull is coming back. But the thing is this, the question mark around me is that, right, it doesn't feel like a bull market. That's the problem, right? So let me ask all of you here, there are 77 of you right now, right? What do you think, guys? Do you think that now we are in a bull market or starting of a bull? If you think are we at a bull now? All right, if you think that we are at a bull market, please key yes. If you think that the market is no, then you just key the no, right? Let me see how many of you think that we are at a bull market now. Because the market has just recovered from the 80% mark. And of course, in the last few years, okay, every time the S&P 500 hit the 80% mark, the bear territory, but doesn't go below it, the market really rebound. And of course, the rebound rate itself is quite amazing, as we can see before. But you must understand, the last 13 years itself, there were all the way Federal Reserve is actually around. The Federal Reserve is actually around. So the question is this, if the Federal Reserve is not going to be around, what would that be? So I realized that, right, many YouTubers recently have been calling for buy, which is correct, short-term buy. But to call for an absolute bottom low and think that the market will go bull, I think it's very scary though. Right, I can see that most of the answers are all no right now, yeah? It's no right now. But again, maybe we are all affected by me. Are you affected by me? All right, because I basically feel that, right, there's something very wrong in this whole entire equation. Okay, so that's why I want to tell you that today is a blockbuster MAO, and I want you to really think about it. Okay, very nice writing there. Nelson says that the bull needs some rest. Okay, all right. So I'm going to share a lot of things with you later on. Let us see how it goes. Okay. And of course, the thing is that the main driver reason why I felt that the bull market, right, this recent bull is not a real one, because the problem of the crude oil prices is really crazy. Now, crude oil yesterday, OPEC came in and said that they will actually allow production to go higher, right? But the problem is this, the news came out, the oil came off. That was right, because it's demand and supply. Supply increase, demand reduce. That's what, supply increases and demand stays, then of course equivalent to price fall. But the problem is, yesterday supply increased in a way, the demand increased at the same time. And the demand came with the price action of even higher price. So become what? That means that whatever price, whatever supply you throw to the market just take on. Now this is a very crazy bull then. But the problem is this higher oil prices will cause the inflation problem, and it's actually kicking in right now. Okay, and this is where to me itself, right, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And to me itself, it's very, very scary. So today's MAO is going to be a blockbuster. A lot of good stuff to share with you. So kindly share and like your friends right now. Let them understand that this is something to be very important. It's going to be a very incredible moment from here onwards. Okay. All right. So traders, hopefully you are already on standby mode. Okay, all right, let's go. Now, disclaimer apply as usual. My job is to make sure that you guys can see the market from another different angle. Now, of course, a lot of people have been mentioning to me, Cal, that you know, being different itself, right, is very tiring. Why don't you just follow the boys and follow the market? I say that, look, we do follow the boys. Like when the crude oil call for buy, we bought. When the Nasdaq fell, we sold. When the gold price recovered, we bought, and stuff like that. We follow. Right. It's just that last week itself, right, I also called for buy in the stock market, but I didn't say that it will be a 5% recovery. But I did mention this to you. Everybody, let's take a look on the chart right now. Yeah. Okay. Today I'll be flying in the chart very early. Yeah. So don't think that you want to wait until to the end to join us. You may leave to regret. Okay. All right. Just give me a moment. Let me just clear off some of the materials first. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's have everybody just take a look here right now on the charts. Okay, now you can see that this is what actually really happened using the 5% rule. Okay, now the Dow Jones started off here, okay, at 36,953, and that was in what they call on the early part of January, right? Okay, so let me just share this again, give you an idea of how it runs. Yeah. Now, so basically, when it comes down to here at 95%, it's supposed to have a stop here, but it didn't. So it went all the way down to the 90% mark, which of course it stopped there. Beautiful. And once it stopped there, you can see the rebound rate itself is 5%. So it's a very good deal of profit here. Okay, got the idea now? Okay, so after that, it's been ding dong for quite a while, right? Every time it hits the 90% mark, it goes back to the 95% mark. It was so simple to trade, easy money, all right? Okay, then what happened? On a very incredible period whereby the market just slammed down 4 selling days, the market actually closed below the 90% mark. And that was where I was very confident, and I told students of mine that maybe the Dow Jones is going to come down to 31,411. So we had this Cal Phase 1 project. And of course, after a few days later, my God, the Dow Jones really slammed down all the way to 31,411. So quite a bit of people make money. 80 of us all make money, all right? Okay, so obviously, the market actually rebounded from there. As you can see, beautiful, right? The market rebounded. But within the same day, the market just slammed down again. So when the market closed below here, it's all right. We thought that the market is going to go down, right? I mean, that's a very fair assessment at that point. So what we noticed that the next number could be as low as 39,563, okay? But what happened was the market did stay below, excuse me, the market did stay below the 2 levels. Okay, stay below the 31,411 for 2 days. But after that, right, the market just rebounded very strongly. The market just rebounded, went up. Okay, so obviously, right, without a doubt, if the market is to hit it, is a rebound of 85%, then naturally, where would it go next? Where will it go next, right, everybody? If the market actually rebounded off 31,411, and it's going to rebound, right? Where would it go next, everybody? Please key your answer right now. I want you to participate with me. Today is a blockbuster day. I will want you guys to join me and we try to make money together, okay? This is the best thing to happen, right? Now, a lot of trainers, we only give market rep once a week. A lot of trainers, they only give market rep to their students because maybe they want to push some sales and stuff like that. Of course, they do market rep, but usually not for public members. But only here itself, right? You get to hear this public and you don't need to pay a single cent. It's absolutely free. You don't even pay. And I don't do any form of advertisement unless I got a preview coming in. So you see, I let you make money from the market and then you guys make the money and you guys think that, hey, this guy is reliable and should you try out this guy? You got my point? Yes. So indeed, right, everybody, you got the answer correct. 90%. It's going to be a simple thing, right? It's going to be so simple. So the market from here itself, when it rebounded, it went all the way up. Okay, this I think someone got it wrong. Yeah, Michael. When I say rebound means go up. Okay, so the rebound will be all the way back to the 90% mark, which is the 33,258 level. All right. So that's why you can see very clearly now. Oh my God, it's like as if that we wrote the script. Okay, look at the way it rebounded, guys. Look at it. The market actually firms over here, and within 1 day, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, 5-day. Within 5 days, the market actually hits the target at 33,238 level. Right, pretty cool, right? It's as if that it's just like so simple. It's not. It's even better than Fibonacci, correct? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Michael, you got it correct. Okay, so now we are now at a crossroad, everybody. We are now at a crossroad. Okay, very simple crossroad. If the market is bullish and is still going to go up further, without a doubt, the next level could be as high as 35,000. Okay, the next level is 35,105. Okay, write it down somewhere. Okay, 35,105. That will be the next figure. Okay, that is pretty simple. All right, but that is a problem. Now, of course, it can work as a support, but it can also work as a form of a resistance. So which means that if the market failed to cross above 33,258 convincingly, okay, it means that it doesn't cross this area convincingly, then what will happen next, everybody? If the market doesn't stay above the 90% mark, it doesn't stay, where would it go? If it doesn't stay above the 33,258, aka the 90% mark, where would it go next? Everybody, please key your answer right now. Okay, all right. The answer will be, if it doesn't stay above 33,258, the next number it will go down will be, yes, indeed, you're absolutely right. The next number will be, again, back to 31,411 again. All right, guys, again. Again, yes, indeed, you got it right. Well done, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so you got an idea now. Pretty simple, right? Not too difficult to trade this thing if you really understand how to utilize this. All right, now. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So with that understanding now, everybody, okay. So you know what to do, right? It's a very simple trading now, okay? When the market is below 30, if the market now is below 33,258, right? Example, okay? What I can do is I do a short position, okay? Below this figure, let's say I do a short at 33,250, example, okay? Then my stop loss, I just had to put at 33,280, 290, 300. You understand? So that means that my range itself, I kept it very small, because with that range, I can take this range now, divide by the value that I don't mind losing. So let's say now I don't mind losing $1,000, okay, $1,000, and I divide it by my range, okay, which is like maybe I put 100 points, okay. So with that understanding, now it'll be $1,000 divided by 100 points. So by right, okay, if I were to do this and every 1 point is 100, if every 1 point is $1, that means mathematically speaking, I can do 10 lots. Or make it 10 simple. I can do 10 contracts. I can actually do 10 contracts today with $1,000. That means that my stop loss itself, I give $100, 100 points stop loss, and then I can do 10 contracts. And that means my maximum losses is $1,000. It's the same thing like trading options, okay? Option market is the same thing, all right? You keep your losses limited, but you allow your profit to be exponential. So it's the same thing here itself. But the difference is this, option market, right, in terms of return, may not give you the type of return that you can do it right here. Now, this one itself, the return is incredible, because everybody, if you look at it, if let's say now, if you were to short the market all the way down to 31,411, the distance between them itself is about 1,800 points. So your risk is about 100 points, while your potential profit is 1,800 points. So what you're telling me is that there is a 1 to 18 times return. Oh my God, 1 to 18 times. That means for every one risk, you may get potential 18 time return. Now, I'm very sure in the options market, no matter how far out the money is, right, you cannot get 18 times return. Now, of course, on the flip side itself, right, the possibility of the market triggering 100 point stop loss is very, very fast and very easy. All right, it's very easy, it's very fast. So, of course, some of you may have to think, maybe I give 200 point stop loss. Okay, then what will happen there? Then, of course, the whole match will change a little bit. Then become 1 to 9. You got my idea now? Because you're now allowing more risk. Okay. All right. The value of the risk is still the same. The amount, the nominal value is still the same. Just that now you give 200 points. So that means that your lot size will be reduced by 5 contracts. You understand, right? So of course, the more you give for the entry to stop loss, then of course the contract size gets smaller unless you lift the amount of money that you don't mind risking for this trade. That means that 2,000, 3,000. Correct. So got an idea now? If you understand what I just said in the last 4 minutes, please key the word understand. All right, or understood. Okay. If you understand what I just said in the last 5 minutes, okay, can you kindly key the word understood? Let me see whether there are 97 of you today. Let's see you guys understand what I just shared the last 5 minutes. And of course, if you need me to clarify anything yourself, right, feel free. But I said today is a Friday, and today is a very good day in my opinion because it's my daughter's birthday. So I just feel so compelled to just share things with you just like that. And of course, today Hong is the dumpling festival. So of course, it's not a very big official holiday, so I didn't really prepare. But I still want to wish everybody a happy rice dumpling festival. Okay, all right. Okay. Wow, I can see that a lot of you understand. Very good. All right, excellent. Thank you for you guys for participating and mentioning that you go to the 85% mark. Yeah, very good. Excellent. Well done. Okay. Okay, so you can see that all of you understand or understood what I just mentioned. Fantastic. This is actually very, very good. Okay, so of course, this is what we are looking at. End of the day, is everything just risk reward management. No one can predict future. Everybody is here to just put a trade in the market. Of course, we just, as long as our risk management is taken care of, we can able to do this. Okay. All right. Good idea now. Very good. All right. So you guys understand why today is a blockbuster MAO. All right. If your friends are still lingering outside watching some Netflix and stuff, then come in to watch this. This is much, much better. Okay. Cool. All right. Let me take a quick short picture and then we can move on from there. Go on now. Okay. Excellent. Go on now. Okay, let's continue with this. As I said, early morning already, this wonderful stuff, yeah? Okay, so that is the Dow Jones. Let's look at something which is more important, like the S&P 500. Now, this is the S&P 500, as you can see, that it also did the beautiful thing. It came down all the way to the 80% mark brilliantly, and of course, rebounded to the 85%. So you see, it works like a gem. Okay, so now it's very simple. Now it's actually now above the 80% mark, 85% mark. So the target it can go will be the 90% mark at 43.37 level. Okay, sorry for the free handwriting. Okay, all right. So of course, if the market breaks down and goes below the 40.93 level, the next level it will have to go will be all the way back to 38.09 level. Okay, so of course these are numbers that we can see from the charts again. Sorry, my bad, not 38.05. It's 38.55. Sorry. Sorry, yeah. Today my mouse running a bit faster than normal. Okay, 38.55. Okay, all right, got the idea now? Very simple, right? Yeah, I'll take some picture of this right now because you really want to take these numbers in consideration. And of course, last one will be the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq has went below the 80% mark already. And of course, the scary part is this until now, it's been trying to hold a fort, right? Okay, it's trying to recover bit by a bit now. You can see that. Okay, now of course, the Nasdaq, the 80% mark is still here at 13,423. Now this is where it gets very interesting. Now the bear territory is already there for the last 1.5 months for Nasdaq. But you notice that the mainstream media until to date has never really once really talked about the Nasdaq in the bear territory. It just like they just highlighted it is in a bear territory, but they don't really tell you explicitly, and they don't remind you. Do you notice that? That's the problem here itself. Okay, anyway, just to let you know, if the bear territory is still in the making, then watch out for this. 12,900 is a very critical level for the Nasdaq. 12,900 is a very critical level for the Nasdaq, which is now where it is right now. If the Nasdaq cannot go past 12,900, if it doesn't go up, right? If it doesn't, yeah, then I'm quite confident to say that it will be coming down to here, which is about 12,440. Okay, and of course, if it continue to fall, the next number will be 11,980. Okay, all right. So these are the three numbers to watch out for Nasdaq. Now, why do I focus on Nasdaq? It's because Nasdaq, right, in my opinion, is really overbought. Yes, even at this current price now, it's still overbought. So this recovery recently, last 10 days, right, to me itself is just a temporary recovery. Because I believe that, right, Microsoft, one of the leader, the number 2 company now, is telling you that they have a bit of forecast issue, the guidance issue. What do you think will happen to the rest? This is a big question mark that you have to ask yourself. And this one is pretty clear in my opinion, okay? So you make your decision. All right, got the idea now? Okay, good. So you got the idea now, right? Let's talk about the joke of the day. Because I give you the heavy one at the start of the day to let you feel good. Let's go back to something easier, lighter for joke of the day. Now, joke of the day is this. This is really joke of the day. Everybody take a look here itself. This is a bloody joke. All right, pardon my language, but I couldn't help it, okay? Now, we created Trade with the Boys in 2016, 12th of December, okay? And ever since then, it's all right. We have been steadily giving tons and tons of material to tens and tens of thousands of people over the last few years, okay? So last night, right, I got a friend request. And this friend request actually got the audacity to ask me to confirm his friend request and came in with this thing called Avoid Trade with the Boys. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay. And the thing is this, I went to the website. Oh my God, not bad. They replicated everything itself, except that they couldn't replicate my logo properly. Okay, because my logo itself, you see, we spend good money to show you the luminous, to bring you the light. But of course, the cheaper one, they just managed to do a circular one to try to take care of it, which is obviously PowerPoint extraction itself. Okay, and of course, there were no other posting, no friends involved, and waiting for confirmation. And of course, they even do this on the article. They just happen just really recklessly. I want to just laugh. I mean, basically, this is really coming from their own upside. So if you want to join them, go ahead, guys. Go ahead. It's fine with me. To me, it's a really a good laugh. When I saw this, I just keep on laughing. Now, FYI, okay, FYI, okay. Now, some of you are not my student, I understand. So you notice that, right? If you are in this list, I didn't add you. It's because number one, I don't know whether are you my student. Okay, so I don't add you. And of course, the next thing is I don't add people. Okay, I'm not like other trainers. They add to make the numbers. I only add 3 type of people in my Facebook. Number one, family members and relatives. Okay. Number 2, my associates, which they want to add. Number 3, my students. Now, other than that, it's all right. Public audience, I do not add unless I misread that. Maybe I thought that is you, but it's not you. I did that before, and I quickly did it away. So my point is this, guys. Very simple. I am not those guys who's looking for fame here itself. I'm doing my job here for more inspiration. So if you guys want to create things like this, because you know what happened, who let me know this is because some of the usual people, right? Usually like Sharif, for example, you guys usually come on MAO, right? And you guys, get involved here itself. So what happened is that they must have joined in this MAO and they see who you are and they just send you a reply through a message and say to add you and add me or whatever. Yeah, so please understand this. This one, Avoid Trade with the Boys, is not part of us. It's not legit. Please do me a favor. If you receive any request from them to become their friend, please do me a favor. That's all. Okay, if you want to do that, just highlight to Facebook and says that this is not us. This is a potential problem. Right? Tell them to stop this from happening. Okay, this is not us. Okay. All right, this is really a typical thing that always happen on internet. Yeah, very stupid and very funny. Okay, just to let you know. Yeah, this is not us. Huh? Okay, now that one aside, let's look at something more into the market. Okay, now what do you think? Look at this. This is what you have the choo-choo train. Now the choo-choo train basically knows that it's going to increase the interest rate. The choo-choo train knows it's holding on the Federal Reserve. The choo-choo train thinks that I can. But what is the thing is this, guys? In my opinion, this is a very good way to explain the situation right now. We might be near the end of the tracks very, very soon. Okay, we might be near the end of the track very, very soon. Okay, now of course by saying this again, I know that it's not going to gel well, but we just have to be real because we must understand that the last 13 years itself, we have under Federal Reserve around. But this time around, they already very clearly they are not going to be around. But because they are doing it at a very ridiculous low pace, so they're going to give more time for people to get ready. It becomes after a while later, people feel that maybe this is just only a bluff thingy, may not be real or stuff like that. But the thing is, you can see Biden has already went and already contacted this Jerome Powell to come on to the White House. He also get Janet Yellen in, and very clearly it's all right. But this Jerome Powell's job is to follow what he's supposed to do, right? To make sure employment stays good and make sure inflation keep check. So this is the two main thing in terms of law that the Federal Reserve had to do. But the thing is this, because of that, you can see the market just didn't really bother. In fact, last night itself, right, the Dow Jones went up by 400 points. So because of that, right, instantaneously, people ask me, Cal, maybe you got it all wrong. Now, yesterday in our own revision, I already tell my student this, okay? Above OP, above P1, what should we do? Everybody, above OP, above P1. Don't care which market. I don't care which market. As long as a market is above OP, the opening price of the day, and is above P1, what should you do? All my students who are here right now, can you key the answer right now into the comment box? Because I just want to prove to you my point was I shared to you all yesterday. And of course, with our classes I shared with you in the class before, please help me and give the answer. What should you do when the market is above OP, above P1? I don't care whatever the market is. I don't care it's Dow Jones, it's Nasdaq, it's S&P. It doesn't bother because to us it's all right. It doesn't really bother. As long as the market is above OP and above P1, there's only one thing to do. What would that be? What is the proper SOP answer? All right, fantastic, Joe. Well, Joe O, correct. Every above OP, CCRY buy. Correct, Lian, Alex, Jerry, Stephen, Kareen, Jason, all of you got it correct, right? That's but the right answer is every above OP, above P1 is a buy. Okay. Okay, Joe O says that they are dreamers, builder of dream. Sometimes they forget there's one type of dream called nightmare. Wow, that's a very powerful statement. I like that statement, Joe. Fantastic. I like that. Okay. All right. Sean say buy. Yes, indeed. Right. Above OP, CCRY, just buy. All right. Just remember this. You write it there. We'll come to that later. Okay. So the thing is this, with the stock market performing like this relentlessly, it's all right. And of course, they may not know the nightmare. That probably tell you why your mom and dad, if next time your kid, right, your young kids want to be a basketball player, let them be. Because you never know that this basketball player of yours could be a billionaire. Yes, look at it. Lebron James has officially became a billionaire. Oh my God. Now think about this in our younger days, right? We're supposed to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something. It's all right. And we just can only say that you have a comfortable life. A millionaire is a dream. A billionaire is like, wow, right? Not for you, right? But how about being a billionaire, being a basketball player? Now, I know LeBron James is good. He's really good. But to be a billionaire is all right. Wow. Okay. Now, of course, endorsement was one of the main thing, but his salary is not bad, right? $300 million per year. My God, that's a lot of money for a basketball player. So all my point is this is the power of capitalism. And then I told you, as I said again, all these will come to an end one day. All right. Because now you can see the ESG equity funds has the largest monthly outflow on record in May. Now, what's ESG? You ask, right? So I prepared for you already. Sustainable investing refers to a strategy and practice to incorporate environmental, social, and governance. So ESG stands for that in the investment decision. So ESG factors can be a way to assess the stability and the social impact of an investment in a company to identify risk. So now you can see very clearly all along since 2018, at least on this chart, all the way the numbers has been good. But you notice that ever since from the start of March 2021, the numbers have been coming down. And we do see a little bit of increment recently in the months of January, February, March, which of course the market was coming off. Then after that, now the market has been coming down at a rapid pace. You can see the numbers are really coming down at a very accelerated manner. So what does it tell you? Something is wrong, but the retailers are buying in. Okay. And of course, now the thing is this, yesterday we have one of the lowest ADP national employment data. Really, 128,000. My goodness. If this number would have come out 2 months ago, all right, during the saga when the market is selling off, the market would crack down yesterday. But because the market was recovering from the 80% mark itself, right, the market didn't really bother. Now, what actually happened was that the change in non-farm payroll is ADP was a private sector, right? You can see that, right, Bloomberg, okay? This is the weakest monthly ADP number since April 2020. That lead a plunge in small business employment. That means that small business are suffering, my friends. It is getting back to worse. And that's why so many companies have lost or reduced their size. And of course, which company have reduced their size again recently? As you know, there's a few of them, even the big companies. So this is actually a very clear sign that things is going very wrong. And of course, right, the small business, this is coming from the Bloomberg too, that they lost about 278,000 jobs in the last 4 months collectively. So what is happening right now? That means that people are having no jobs. It's not because the jobs are available, it's there's no jobs available, at least for the private sector. Now, so today is critical. Today is a public sector. If the public sector numbers is also reducing, this is a big problem. This is a very huge problem. But the question will be, how can you increase interest rate with the employment data coming down? This will kill the market, right? Yes, indeed. But then the problem is this, but inflation is going on at the same time. So now we have a catch-22 position. If Federal Reserve wants to care about employment, then they cannot care about inflation. If they care about inflation, they can't care employment. All right, that's a very simple quote that I picked up on internet this yesterday and shared with my wife. Okay, if I leave the bricks, I cannot carry you. If I carry you, right, I can't feed you. Do you understand? All right, so this is something that you must understand. Now we are paying the price right now. So the thing is this, yesterday's the market closed 400 points higher, right? I saw the fear and greed index is still at 29. Now 29 is still at the fear area. Agree? Yes, indeed, as you can see right on the spot right now. But there's something on the side. I want to share this with you. Everybody stand by, watch this. Now, we mentioned to you back then, when this fear and greed index ever go below 10, it will be a buy really. And truth be told, we have seen it before back in this 2021 October period, it was a buy. Then of course, it happened again recently, it's all right. That's what we call for a buy. Okay, this one we already got the buy, we got it done. But now when I look at the chart again, I notice that about 29.30 is a common resistance. Everybody take note, common resistance. Whenever it hits 29 to 30, it's a common resistance. And the last time when this happened was where the market came down 1,000 points, which is what I just said to you. Yes, you got it right. The last time when this happened, okay, everybody, okay, it was here. The last time it was here. The last time when this happened, it was during the April-May period. All right, during the April-May period, whereby the market after that came down more than 5%. So now where are we? Oh my God, we are still back the same thing. So you're telling me now, back then itself, the fear and greed index was at 29. And now we are at 29 again. Yes, exactly. So what do you think will happen, guys? What do you think will happen? So guys, what do you think? How many of you think that it's a time to buy? Please key the word BUY. How many of you think it's time to sell? Key SELL. Please key your answer right now. As you can feel right today, right, I'm really sharing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to go a lot more to go. This is just only the starting point, this appetizer. But we haven't come to the main course yet. Yes, indeed, this is going to be a very long MAO because I really want to give it to you my best from now till 20 o'clock maybe. Yes, indeed, it's not easy to talk for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, but I really want. You have time for that? What time you have?
1 hour.
What time? What time?
Wait, I only 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, I am at home right now. I'm negotiating with my son regarding how long can you play computer game. I come to the point, yeah. But I also went through this before, so I can understand why my son is asking me, and I appreciate my son asking me. So that's good because at least he asked. Okay. All right, guys, thank you very much. And I think the answer you got it. Okay, I'm not saying anything. I leave it for you go and make your own decision. Okay. I'm just sharing with you what I'm seeing on the chart, and it's really incredible. You know, sometimes life just happens for a reason. Okay. All right, so let's just review what happened yesterday or this entire week. Now, first of all, you know, I really took the extra effort to do my MAO. Actually, you can see that I really put in a lot of effort to do MAO, and I make sure it's a very wholesome package, all right? So, and I'm never being like, you know, one-sided view. I give you both side view every time. So you can see now on Monday was the US Memorial Day. That's why no much trading, okay? But on Tuesday, we have a very good consumer number whereby the consumer index went up to 106.4. Okay, that's good. And the manufacturing PMI also went up to 156.1. That's also good. But that is the point here itself. Tuesday, Wednesday, these two figures are not really the most important figure, but they do tell us a bit here and there. The one that is very scary is actually the ADP numbers. The ADP numbers, right, previously was 202, right? And the market was expecting 300 and increment. But what was incredible was the number was 128. So where the 98,000 went, so-called, and where the remaining, the 100,000+ went. So all these tells you that, right, this is something very wrong here. So now the initial jobless claim happened to be better. At least it went down a little bit, but the problem is still at 200,000 jobs. And I told you before, right, the crude oil inventories will be down, and you can see it's really down. All right, so that means that there's no much supply, right? Isn't that true? Okay, so tonight, it's NFP. And the last time itself was 428,000, and this time around, they are already looking at a lower number. Now, take a look at this. If the public sector itself, right, is looking at a lower number, while the private sector, they're looking at a higher number, and yet the private sector came wrong. So what do you think will happen to the public sector? What do you think? All right. So I'm going to play this game. We've not played this game for the longest of time. I'm going to play this game right now. Okay? Okay? All right. Long time now play it, right? Okay. Today we play. Guess tonight NFP figure. Okay? Winner will win $50 Singapore dollars. Okay? We'll win $50 Sing. Okay? All right. Yes, cash. Okay, cash. Okay, we'll win. Okay. All right. Okay, must be accurate. Yeah, must be precise. Must be precise. Okay, let's go, everybody. I give you now 1 minute to think, and then write your number right now. Starting from now, we have now 1 minute 58 seconds has passed. Okay. All right. So the thing is this, while we are looking at, we are thinking, I continue my sharing itself, right? You can take a look right here. Now, this is actually very scary, the non-farm payroll tonight. Now, the non-farm payroll tonight, right, you can see that the last time we see an average up here was about May 2021, and that was whereby we have 278,000. That was the average rate, okay, average rate. So after that itself, right, the market did try to stay above it. And the last 4 months, five months, yeah, we're staying above the 280,000 level. Okay. Now tonight, I got this very naggy feeling. I just feel that the number can be very disastrous. If let's say that whatever I'm seeing now is actually coming true. Now the thing is this: as you can see, the last 4 months, the last 5 months, the number I'm staying above 400,000. Okay, 400,000, right? And this time round, they are looking at 325. That means they're already expecting the number to be lower. And don't forget, the NFP number was already out before the ADB forecast. That means already the numbers have been there already. Okay, so that means that they already feel the forecast will be below their last number. So what do you think the number will be? All right, last 10 seconds now, everybody. I can see some of you are putting at 238,000, 175,000. Chongming is higher number, 323,000. Veron 318. Wow, Richard 350. All right, so of you are getting the different number. Okay, so my number for tonight, if I were to get it correct, let's say 180,000. That will be my take. Okay, that will be my take. All right, this is how I see it. Okay, all right, you can still key your numbers right in. No worry. The winner is all right. On Monday's MAO, we will announce. Okay, and of course, if you win, we'll contact you on the site and we do a pay now or pay later to you. And then you have the $50. Of course, we would like you to kindly donate some of it to charity if you can. Nearest McDonald's or nearest 7-Eleven. Yeah. Okay. All right. So if you long time never do this, let's do it together today. Okay. So what happened if the number is really bad? If the number is going to be very bad, then obviously it's all right. The market will come off pretty badly. Oh, Hossein, long time no see. By the way, Hossein, once again, happy belated birthday. Yeah, I see that you your birthday recently, right? Happy belated birthday to you. Once again, wish you all the best. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody. Thank you for participating. Cool. Now, the Dow Jones yesterday was really incredible, right? Initially, the Dow Jones came down first. Then after that, it recovers. And then when Billionaire came in to talk, it came down a little bit. Then after that, they don't care. They don't bother. And once it crossed the OP, bang, all the way up already. All right, I'll talk about this very shortly during the charting point. Let's take a look over here first. All right, the Dow Jones up by 400 points last night and Nasdaq at 2% to cut the two-day losing streak. Okay, so what's the reason for this recovery? Let's take a look. Now, first of all, the main thing is this. The bearish sentiments remains overdone and lots of upcoming profit warning should be mostly priced in. Stocks should start to eventually push higher this summer as economic activity moderates. Okay, now this is coming from this guy, Edward from OMDA. But let me ask you a question. If you are already expecting the upcoming profit warning should be priced in, then when the numbers come out, it's all right. Do you think the market will just stop there itself or recover? A question mark on this. Yes, indeed, now they dare to tell you that the market now is solidly off the lows of the year. Now, just 2 weeks ago, they're telling you the market is going to crash further, right? 2 weeks later now, they say, oh, it's solidly off the low right now. It's 8.5%, it's 9.6%, it's 11%. All looks good, right? Now, to me as a trader, whenever I see something like this, whereby the market is so confident, I kind of worry, okay? So to me, is that right? We all know that Leon Brenner, she already said this, there will be no chance unlikely the Federal Reserve could take a break. That means that it's going to continue. So Brenner already coming up to you, there's chance of that. But the Wall Street is saying that, no, don't worry. September itself, there will be a stop. So it seems that they are holding the Federal Reserve hostage on this and feel that, right, no, September, there will be a stop. But you must understand, Federal Reserve Chairman, like, Leo Brenner is a second in line, all right, and she's telling you that no, unlikely already, and you still think it. That's the reason why the market came down. But of course, after that, the market went up. Next, we saw the revenue of this earnings was bad from Microsoft, the number 2 company, but yet again, the market didn't care and even went up to close again. Oh my God. So don't you feel that, hey, isn't this the start of a bull market? Only bull market does that, right? When the market bad news, they just buy. Bad news, just buy. Don't care, don't bother. Or is it? Now, I, as a trader for so many years, right, there's 2 things that come to my mind. If the market is a bad news and the price goes up, always buy. I always say that before. As long as the news is bad and the market goes up, just buy. Don't care, don't bother, just buy. Because that is how you catch the short sellers. All right? That is it. Okay? But it doesn't equate to a bull market. All right? That is something that you must understand the difference here itself. All right, so let's look at our TWB indicator and let's just go through what we learned. Okay, remember this. Yesterday, the market opening price was already above the pivot 1, right? Yesterday, OP was already above pivot 1. So without a doubt itself, right? Oops, sorry, my mouse having a problem. Without a doubt itself, right? Above OP, above pivot 1, there's only one thing to do, just buy. And yesterday, you can see the KSI itself, right? You can look at the KSI. It was green and it was uptick, right? So without a doubt, yesterday was a buy also. But the thing is this, Cal, the market did come down. Yeah, the market came down. Where it stopped, look at it. Oh my God, it stopped perfectly and beautifully at the moving average and rebounded. Oh my goodness, this is where it gets so crazy, right? It gets so crazy. So now let's look what happened yesterday. Everybody, now concentrate with me. Look at it. Oh my God. So first of all, the opening price is here. The OP is here, right? And of course, we all know that this is the pivot level, right? So above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY will be a buy. And that's why the price goes up all the way. Now, then what happened? Because of Brainer and her view, the market started to come down. Microsoft share also make it come down all the way. All right, it went below. But you remember, KSI is green in color on the day chart. So if the market comes down to KTR -2, would that be a level to watch out for buying? It is. And of course, once it goes above the pivot 1 and goes above OP, what should you do, guys? CCRY, just buy, don't bother, don't ask. Above OP, above pivot 1, just buy. And look at it. Oh my God, look at how powerful is this rally. So don't you notice that, guys, our trade with the voice system itself is so powerful. You just need to know some of the formulas and you can make money on its own. Above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY, just buy. Don't care, don't bother which counter is that. I don't care whoever say, as long as it's above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY, just buy. Look at it, incredible. And of course, when the boys came in to buy, KSI turning green, it just confirms the buying. So without a doubt, right, it's so simple to make money from the market. And let's look the same thing again for gold. Now, gold, I thought that it's going down. I'll be honest with you, I thought it's going down, right? Because I thought the dollar is going to go up further. But of course, as a trader, we have to follow whatever the system says. So above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY is a buy. I don't care, I don't bother. Even the Dow was going up itself, right? Doesn't mean that the gold must go down. In fact, you can see the Dow going up. The gold also went up yesterday. So what happened is that the KSI was green in color, and it's a KSI jump, and it's uptick, right? And there's no blue bars. So everything looks perfect. So very good chance that later on, all right, it will be a buy for the gold market. So now you take a look, everybody. Take a look, right? So this is the pivot. This is the pivot, sorry. This is the pivot 1, and this is OP of the day. So as long as the market stays above OP, above pivot 1, you just have to buy. And of course, with the green colored dots, we know that it's going to go up this way or going to go down this way. But as a trader, we just know where our stop loss is. It's fine. And truth be told, the market went all the way up and did a CCRY again and went all the way up again. Oh my goodness. So all this information speaks for itself. That why you need to follow the classic trade above OP, above pivot 1, just stick to the buy. You're absolutely right with the CCRY. Simple, easy, and definitely consistent. Very consistent. Okay, guys, get an idea now. If you really enjoy this thing itself, right? Remember, follow my MAO. Okay, once in a while, we'll go through this and make sure you learn something from there. Now, let's go to some local news right now, right? Local news. Hoseng, thank you. You're following MAO every day. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you, Hoseng. Now, yesterday we saw the price of chicken going up. Now, it was $4.90 to $5 per 1 kilo, but now it's $6, up by 20%, right? As you can see. And of course, right, some people who are buying chicken rice yesterday, the baizanji, the pork chicken, now usually may pay $3.50, but yesterday some of them paid $4. Okay, so now the thing is this, according to some guy called Peter To, he's the owner of the Heng Huat Fresh Chicken and Gin More. He says that, right, he's going to stop doing this because he don't want to sell frozen chicken. That's a very good one for him. But more important, even though yesterday we don't see much people running for the chicken, right? Why? Because as usual, it's all right. At the start, everybody has the hype, but after that, a while later, people just say, it's okay lah, and something else. And that's why no queue. Okay, so chicken, we have a problem already. My God, fishes. Okay, now look at fishes again, updated 3 days ago. Now, there will be an increment of futures in about 10 to 30%, all right? We all know that. Is this something that we must understand, okay? And so if let's say now chicken has a problem, fish has a problem, what will be the next problem? Oh my God, I almost fainted when I saw this itself. Oh my goodness. Indonesia cow farmers caught off guard as foot and mouth diseases spread re-emerged. Okay, so apparently now, just updated this morning, all right, there is the cow exhibiting the same symptom, which is a foot-mouth disease. And because of that, it's all right, all the cows in the farm got hit. And obviously, if that happening, right, and we're going to have very soon, we'll have the festive season, right, it's going to be a big problem, all right? So the thing is this, people are losing money, and of course, the Abdul Aha, this coming in, they need to, go for the kill for a bull. So all these things tells you that, right, meat prices are going to go higher because people are not eating in a way. So all these things are happening around the whole world. So if you don't know what's happening, at least I share this with you, okay? Now, one thing is because the OPEC, although is trying to increase price, increase volume, they have agreed to a hike in output in July and August, but it's July and August, not June. All right, not June, it's June and July. So the wondering is this, when will this end? All right, so if they're going to wait for 1 month later to increase, what would they do now? Of course, they will just reduce the supply or just basically keep supply at the low level, and people to pay through their pocket to pay for this. So now the thing is this, we are now at around 116 to 117 area ready for the crude oil benchmark. We all know that Joe Biden has been trying to increase the supply. All right, but the thing is, it's not helping. We don't know that Federal Reserve had the tool, but it's also not helping. So all these things tells you only one thing, right? The month of June is going to be a crazy month. I'm not going half surprised to see crude oil bouncing all the way much higher itself. So you can see now, everybody, this is what you can do on the crude oil yesterday. Now, crude oil yesterday, we have a very nice movement. Now, initially, it was just sideways. Then when the news came out, right, about the OPEC increasing the supply, the crude oil price came down. But at that moment itself, right, the market feel that, you know what, maybe not so good, right? Maybe the market is telling us that maybe this is a good time to buy. And straight away, the bomb appeared at the bottom of the screen. And of course, straight away, the market broke above the pivot 1. So above OP, above pivot 1, and with the bomb, bang. Wow, so easy to make money, right? So yesterday, quite a few students actually profited from there. And remember, student, I told you before, right, when the market banged the first time, there's always this thing called realignment. This is where usually the market will have a second phase of upside. Yep, so actually this is what happened. And of course, the KSI was all the way green, informs you the boys were buying during this movement here. Now, this is the intraday movement. How about the daily movement? Okay, so everybody now, please take your pen and paper or camera ready. Let's watch this. Now, you can see the KSI is green. I mean, the boys are definitely in the buying side. Now, there are 3 numbers or 4 numbers to note of. Okay, the first number is 118.63. Okay, can you see that over here? Now, this number is the BMB RL level. Okay, now the next number is 112.93, and it's happened here, and that is the BMB SL level. Okay, very simple now. Okay, if the market basically goes up, it will have to go all the way to 118.63 first. Then it may go all the way higher to the BMB level at 124.3. Got it? All right. On the flip note, if the market goes below 112.93, the BMB support level, then it will be going down all the way to 107.20, and of course in consideration, right? So the thing is this, you can see right now that this is the happening of the crude oil prices, the 4 numbers to take note of. All right, currently now the crude price is 115, is still staying firmly with the KSI green. So maybe what you can see right now are the 4 numbers that may happen soon, okay? All right, okay, so if the crude oil price really goes to 118, it will go to 124 rather easily. So traders, watch out for that. Now, of course, on the flip note itself, if the market cannot go past 118, it may pull back all the way down. Who knows? All right. Yes, indeed, Joe, it's time to become a vegetarian. Yes, it should be a vegetarian for your life, right? And yes, Claudia, it's time to be a vegetarian too. It's good for health. Yes, indeed, I agree. I like more vegetable recently. Yeah, indeed, undeniable. I'm still a meat person, but I can think more vegetable recently. Yep. Okay, so got an idea now for oil. This is something very scary. Things may happen. Remember that. So of course now Microsoft warning on the foreign exchange means a lot. Why? The thing is this, why Microsoft problem? Now, Microsoft, you know, they sell a lot of things overseas, correct? So obviously, if the US dollar increase in value, right, it will cause a depletion of revenue for this Microsoft. So now the thing is this, they are now saying that because of the revenues, overseas revenue, right, that is causing it, and that pushed the dollar so high. Now, the US dollar is always been the safe haven. That's why they don't like it. Now, because of that, right, the US product now be more expensive, and that will create more problem for Microsoft, because Microsoft, most of the earnings come from overseas. All right, so definitely this is going to be a problem and people may not want to buy their product. And that's the reason why you can see that inflation and dollar movement itself do play a part. Now, of course, you can see this is a Microsoft share. So I want to share with you today. Now, Microsoft share yesterday when it opened, right, it opens here. Incredibly, it shoot up after that. So that showed the power of it. Now, the thing is this for Microsoft, you can see the share price have been coming down for the longest of time since, okay? So to me, this is actually telling you that the market may hit a peak right now, somewhere near the top level, and usually at a peak, the market may actually come off. So I'm not too sure what will happen next, but I can say that if the price comes down, it should be coming down all the way to 250 level. At least that is where the starting point. Okay. So of course the choice is yours. What you think about this, I leave it to you to decide. Yeah. All right. So let's go into some important market information, and that's where the thing comes in. Now, Jim Cramer says that Wall Street overlooks textbook bad news for stock. Do some buying. Oh my God. Jim Cramer say buy. Okay, so Jim Cramer says that now even as bad news, don't worry, because that means that it's time to buy. Oh gosh. Okay, so Jim Cramer says that the investors are going ahead to go and buy. You look some blemish is fine, and of course things like that. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to interpret this, but anyway, he has been right for the last 1 week plus. So if you think there's time to buy and chase on the stock market, you can just go ahead. Huh? For me, I won't, because I already said before, I will never chase stock when it's up. I don't mind buying stock when it's coming down or it came down. So buying stock on the way up itself is something that I never do, and I don't really encourage you to do too. So the thing is this, you make your own call on this, okay, guys? Okay, yeah, I want to mention this. Of course, is Jim Cramer the best indicator? I let you decide, yeah? Okay. Now, what happened is this, the Winklevoss bus, okay? The Winklevoss bus. Twins Gemini, all right, has cutting people already. Okay, even the crypto space itself is supposed to be the powerful one. They are also telling you there could be a crypto winter coming in. And this is the two brothers. Now, of course, we know them because they were the brothers who gave the idea to this Mark Zuckerberg to do Facebook. And of course, there was a big legal case on them, but eventually the court overruled them and they didn't really get their money. But eventually, through crypto, they created this Gemini exchange and they become billionaire. All right, very young people once again. All right, so they are saying that they're not alone. In fact, right, Coinbase also has revenue coming down. They also look at the potential staff reduction. So what happened was $500 billion was wiped out from the market cap recently, just a few weeks, and that causes a lot of this company get into serious trouble. So I'm not half surprised that this will actually spread back. And of course, if the Bitcoin market really come down, we have a problem. So everybody remember this is the rainbow chart. Now what I did on additional is that, right, you have the 4 years thingy, right? I purposely slip in the break in between the 2-year level. Now what do I see in terms of pattern? It's pretty clear. Ever since, okay, the market will always move towards the halfway mark, but after that itself, right, after the halfway mark, usually you will see some selling. Usually you see some selling. Usually you will see some selling. So now you understand why itself, right? Am I bearish on this? Now the market usually will come down to around the blue area before it actually bottom out. So the blue area here itself, right, to bottom out itself, right, that is where it gets very scary, because if the market actually go to the blue area, oh well, I will be pretty upset. So of course, I look at the maths itself, right, I realize this. Everybody take a look. Now, if the market really comes down to the blue area within the next 2 months, then the number can be as low as 19,985. And this is actually a very cool number. So that is if, let's say, there's a fire sale and the market really follow charts and really move down towards it itself, right, to the blue area, then it's just a matter of time that you can see the price coming down all the way towards this. Okay, 19,988, 85. So this is like, wow, again, good money, right? Free money. Okay, so of course, if Bitcoin is to go down, right, the company that I'm very excited will be MicroStrategy. Now you can see common point to common point is going down already. I mean, the common points are here, but the reaction is not the same. So that means that the market will likely be going down than up. So to me, it's all right. If let's say this MicroStrategy, because they hold so many Bitcoin, all right, you can see right now, right, they are near a potential margin call, okay, at 250. So now if any price goes down to 240, things itself, right, it'll be worse, okay? So everybody look at it now, 240, once you break, right, there's a very good chance it may come down all the way to 150 area. And what will happen is that if that happens, that will be a big problem because that will create a big problem for the company and also the Bitcoin because they are holding quite a fair bit over here. Now, of course, if the Bitcoin goes in prices, then we will see an ultimate rally on this thing, but I don't think so. I think that we will see 150 again for this. Micro strategy. So traders, take note of that. Yeah, very important. All right, so now Sam totally says that brush off the Federal Reserve worry, because no need, because well, things are okay. They're saying that right, the market bear and bull overall is still down, but still the market may recover to 4,000 again. Say that this is very possible. I say, oh no, I don't think so. Anyway, JP Morgan says that right, we are now still at the very decline area and says that right, the market now is not so bullish, it's more towards bearish, but again, they're not that keen. Okay, so tell me that they prefer us to just smoke done and get done with it. Okay. All right, so a lot of things is going to happen right now. The Nvidia all facing slower down, turn constant, and they are very worried. And obviously, it's meant to be worried because once the thing market already come down, we can see really selling. All right, now of course, the VIX have been staying away from 25 area. Let's bring in VIX right now. Just a quick one. Moment, some technical issue once again. Okay. All right, thank you for waiting. Something went wrong. Okay, so with this thing itself, right, it shows that the market is a little bit towards the selling side. Interesting, huh? Okay, so now we're going to go to the alternate market news, and this is whereby it gets very important. On top of the three ladies and what's on feel of the market, this is where it gets very exciting. So stay tuned with me. Next 25 minutes. Yeah, let's go. Now, this is the three ladies that I'm going to talk about them. Okay, we have Cheryl, we have Liz Brenner, and we have Janet Yellen. Now, of course, there are reasons for me to bring them up. Let's go to their articles individually. Okay, so first of all, Brenner. All right, I said yesterday in our group, our own individual group. Now, Facebook parent Meta COO, right, operating officer Sheryl Sandberg is stepping down. Okay, now I know one thing for sure is that when she came in, became the number 2 in Facebook, right? That was where Facebook did very well. Now she was previously from Google, if I'm not wrong. Okay, previously. Okay, so basically I read through the article. They did not really say what is the main reason. All right, it's more like a lengthy phone posting and stuff like that, you know. Okay, so all these things actually tells you that something is cooking maybe on Facebook. All right, maybe the view or direction may not be the same anymore, but they didn't really open up on this. Now, the other one is Breno. Now, Breno came in and talked about this. It's very hard to see the case for the Federal Reserve to pause. Now, to me, is that right? She's a second in command, and obviously by saying that itself, it's very straight in the face, telling you that right, don't expect the rate hike to be coming in. So we'll stop the rate hike. In fact, it may go past September. So the market now is buying as if that the market will not hike in September, but what we are seeing now is going to be there. So that is the reason why this article shows that what is she feeling it and why the inflation, in her opinion, itself is really not so good. Yeah, the inflation. Okay, so that one is this Breno. But the one that really talk about is Yellen. Yellen says that the administration is fighting inflation and admits that she was wrong and that it was transitory. Now, for a Federal Reserve or ex-Federal Reserve to come in and explain and say she's wrong is really wow. So I managed to get the video for you. Let's watch them right now. Why this, what happened? Okay, let me just bring it in right now, a moment, yeah? Okay. Yellen actually came in and actually admit her mistakes.
think there's a small risk, and I think it's manageable. I don't anticipate that inflation is going to be a problem, but it is something that we're watching very carefully. These are little risk. Did that contribute to the problems we're all seeing right now? Well, look, I think I was wrong when about the fact that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted our energy and food prices and supply bottlenecks that have affected our economy badly. That I won't take the time to really understand, but we recognize that now the Federal Reserve is taking the steps that it needs to take. It's up to them to decide what to do. But for our part, President Biden is focused on supplementing what the Fed does with actions we can take to lower the cost that Americans face for important expenditures they have in their budgets.
So my point is this: after watching this, right, I feel wow, for Federal Reserve, ex-Federal Reserve lady to come in and say this, I mean, her mistake itself, right, is really incredible. And she focused, right, she did a very good one. She focused that now the Federal Reserve currently now is going to do this thing for inflation. And she also makes sure that she informs you about what is happening regarding about this, what Biden is telling them to do. So to me, it's a very clear cut that there's no way there will be any stoppage of interest rate hiking in September. Very clear. To me, it's so clear that it really thinks that it will really thinks crazy if you don't think so. That's my point here. So what you can see is that the charts don't lie, right? So you can see now, right, the yield is climbing up. I told you the yield will hit the moving average, right? The yield will hit the moving average here, and it will climb. And truth be told, it's climbing. And if now it's 2.9%. Yes, it was 2.788% back then, and now it's 2.9%. It's actually higher. So of course, my yield is spot on. Yeah, remember? Yeah. Okay. All right. So indeed, it's spot on. So what's next then? Now, if you're going to draw a simple trend line, as all traders will draw a trend line downwards, right? The market has broke the trend line. So it has also broke the Fibonacci. So that means that the market is going to go up again. And of course, the last time when we see the yield going up, remember that, right? The yield going up, the stock market came off. It was only recently when the yield comes off, then you have the stock market recovery. So if the yield started going back up again, though, what do you expect the stock market to do? This is something that you should use simple understanding here, common understanding to know what will likely be happening. All right. So that is the first one. Look at the dollar. Now the dollar is interesting. Now yesterday the dollar actually went up. Expected, right? The dollar really went up, and of course, some of you who have followed me, you have profited, right? Because we basically bought the dollar, and the dollar went up. Good. But yesterday, because of for what I consider as market intervention by the traders, they managed to push the dollar down again. Interesting. So to me, it's all right. That was the reason why you saw the gold prices going up yesterday. But I felt that, right, this is just transitory. It's just passing by. I believe that the dollar is going to go up again. All right. Unless there's something worse. That means that the economy is so bad that the people are now dumping the dollar and dumping the stock market. That will be very bad. So I don't think so at the moment right now. The dollar is still okay. Not the best deal. It's still okay. But the thing is this, if the market continue, the yield goes up and the dollar fall, then that means that something very, very wrong in the whole market. Then be very, very careful. Yeah. Okay. Take note of that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wait, there's something. Okay, all right. So that is a dollar play as what you see right now. So for the Dow Jones, right, this is where it gets very interesting, everybody. Oh, sorry. Okay, apology. Now, the Dow Jones, I show you this a very simple way to trade, right? And I told you, right, if the market's going up, all right, once it breaks the trend line, there will be the selling impact, right? So now what do we have? We also had it. But but the market recover, yeah, indeed. It doesn't matter as long as the market stays below OP and below the trend line. It's just a matter of time. The market is going to go down. Can you see right now? Okay, so this is whereby I'm telling you guys to watch out for next 2-3 days because I believe that the trend line has been broken. There should be some form of selling coming in soon. And last but not least, we have the S&P 500. Now, S&P 500, remember I showed you this before, right? Okay, I'll come to this shortly, okay? All right, I already tell you that about this. Hold on, PowerPoint issue. Hold on. Okay, so you can see that yesterday, other part that you believe in me, I say, right, never fight the pivot. Above OP, above pivot one, just buy. Don't care, don't bother. Now, yesterday, you can see this. When the news came, when the market goes up, right, you can see that was where Microsoft news came out and Brainer came in to talk about the market. And instantly, the market did fell by about 1%. But after that, right, the market don't care, don't bother, and they push. They push past OP, they push, and they push, and they push all the way to closing. So if you were a trader yesterday and you shorted from here to here, you'll be so badly hit. I told you before, right? Above OP, above pivot one, never short the bull. All right. Okay, so what happened now? This is what happened. So the question is this. Yesterday, we have a lot of stuff. We have basically many officials turning a bit hawkish. We have the crude oil price going higher. We have Morgan Stanley's CEO says that there will be, JP Morgan, sorry, saying that there will be more economic crisis, like a hurricane is coming in. We have Goldman Sachs says that, right, there will be a strong potential inflation coming in. BlackRock CEO says that, right, the Federal Reserve doesn't have the tool right now to really curb inflation, and this will cause inflation to be 2 years higher. And of course, we're talking about this app, so right, telling you about the problem. Okay, so basically with all these things, all the negative news happening, but the market still cannot go down, right? Is it because the market is very bullish right now? Well, you think that way is all right. I want to remind you this. On the 8th of Jan, the Forbes came in, don't fight the Federal Reserve, okay? Don't fight the Fed. On the 3rd of May, again, from Forbes coming in again, say don't fight the Fed. Now, I went through to take a look on 8th of Jan and 3rd of May. Everybody follow me? 8th of Jan and 3rd of May. Yeah? Take a look, everybody. All right. 3rd of Jan. Now, 3rd of Jan is here. Everybody look at it. 3rd of Jan is absolutely at the high year level. And that is where the market actually peaked. And then after that, the market really came down. All right. So that's the first one. Then after that will be 5th of sorry, what was the last one did we talk about? The last one was 3rd of May. Yeah, 3rd of May. There we go, 3rd of May, right? Whereby they say don't fight. The market didn't really remember it. And then after that, what happened? The market just simply slammed down. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here itself, guys, is that the Federal Reserve already tell you that don't fight the Fed. And they just reminded you yesterday. So what do you think will happen soon? Think about this. Okay, think about this. Yeah, you make your own call. I can't be there for you every time. All right, so you got an idea now? Okay, I got an idea. So the thing is this going to be based on fundamental or based on technical? So some technical traders say the market hit the 80% mark, it's time to buy and blah, blah, blah. The fundamentalists say, hey, no, there is something wrong that should happen with more downside. So we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, all right. But to me, it's very clear the sharks are all lurking around, waiting for the game on. Now, the bull is definitely, enjoying itself, right? Let me just do a bit of here. The sharks are all waiting, okay, waiting for what? The first sign of blood. Okay, once the first sign of blood, we expect the rest will attack, and that is where things will get very, very scary. Got it? So that's the reason why I want to share these pictures with you, because I believe that we're just around the corner. All right, last but not least, you can see the S&P 500, right? We showed you earlier, I saw the chart. You can see this is point A, this is point B, and obviously point C, and then point D. So everything looks perfect. But the problem is this, okay? When the market goes up itself, right, we do see a little bit of swing in the option market, and the swing actually causes us to have some monetary loss. So what it's all about, right? Let's take a look, okay? Remember this, the gamma exploration of the whole world. The gamma operation now is trading at 420. That is a very scary thing. So that means that looking at the market go to 4,200. Now 4,200 is just only marginally away. So I suspect that we are almost there already. And usually the market will not let you touch the gamma level, but it could be going near there, just at a stop level. So because of all this information, we cannot deny that, right? When we saw the gamma numbers at 420, right? 4200, I knew that the market will likely be going higher, but of course I didn't say it would be so high, but I just tell myself this. Okay, so 4200 is a resistance that based on the highest number of players involved. 410, of course, will be lesser, 420 even lesser. But of course, what happens is that the price money will roll accordingly. Okay, got it? All right. So now you can see that this is the federal tightening cycle versus CPI data. You can see the CPI data is way, way, way above it already. Okay, the CPI data now is way above it. Yeah, there's something wrong here again. Okay, never mind. Something's wrong. Okay, I'm going to just show to you now. This is the CPI data 8.2. This is the so-called business tightening cycle where things are better. It's going to recover. All right. So what I'm trying to say is this: all along itself, right? Do you notice this? Whenever they are always together. If they are separate itself, right? Eventually, things will happen, right? The what do you call the market? The yellow one will hunt back the blue. But what we have here is something very different. Very, very different. Can you take a look? This time around, right, it seems that, okay, the blue is moving up, but the CPI data is not moving up. So the CPI data will have to be increased on interest rate at a very proper level so that it can meet the inflation. Okay, it will meet it, but it just will take some time. Got it? Okay. All right. So this is the thing. Now, everybody, I just realized that there's no comment coming out on my comment box itself. If you're still able to hear me, press number 1 right now so that I can see that the comment box is working. Okay, it's working. All right. So that means that you guys never give me the yield spot on then. Okay, never mind. So what I'm trying to say is this is going to be a very huge pullback. Now, either we're going to have a very huge pullback on the CPI data, or we have the very high increase in this interest rate. So what do you think will happen? Do you think that it will be a fast interest rate hiking, or would it be a CPI data coming down? Okay. So of course, CPI data ever come down fast, dramatic. But you see, when the CPI come down very fast and dramatic, right, there's only one problem. What is that? Recession. The only time when the CPI data come down very fast, right, is because there's a recession. Then you have the CPI data coming down and very alarming because everybody don't work anymore. But the thing is that there's going to be no inflation, no recession, according to some experts here. So of course, then you have to have this thing whereby you have the CPI, the inflation going, the interest rate going at a very fast pace, while the CPI hopefully come down to meet it in between. So what will happen? Yes, CPI will come down, but the interest rate goes up, right? That will hurt the stock market and it will hurt the economy at the same time at the start before we may recover from there. You see that? So with that itself, right, you can see the market total cap versus the GDP numbers are still way above. We're still way above the last time the housing bubble. We're still above this mania. So my point is this: there's still a little bit room to go, and that's why I say there's a good chance the market, the Dow Jones, may drop by 5% to about 10% at least the next few months. Okay, there's a high chance for the Dow Jones to come down by 5% to 10%. All right, now why do I talk about 10%, which I didn't say earlier, right? Because I got the chart to show you again. See, everybody, this is the chart of the Dow Jones, right? Now, earlier we only stopped at this 85% mark, but if you look carefully, my chart actually got more to go. After 85%, you're the 80% mark. Now, my personal feeling is if the market cannot stay above the 90% mark, the first stop it will go down will be the 85% mark. But if things get worse than it is, then of course the market will go all the way down to the 80% mark. And that one, in my opinion, will be the best buy for the Dow Jones, right? 29,563 is the best time to buy. Now, of course, if the Dow Jones is coming down so badly, right, it will be a repercussion and the market may actually forecast a lower number, but at least now you know what to do. And next time you see this happening, you can consider to make a living out of this. Who knows, you become a pretty good chartist too. Okay, all right. So last but not least, to wrap it up, right, Michael Burry already predicted a consumer recession. A consumer recession means that people who cannot pay. All right, and once company may goes into more pain in terms of earning, right? And of course, Jeremy Gagnon and Michael Burry, the rest all say it will plunge. So let's just take a look. What numbers are they looking at? Now, I don't really buy their numbers so low, but I'll just give a fair assessment on the numbers. Okay, just take a read here. Okay, all right, don't read too much. Huh? Okay, so what we have over here itself is Jeremy Gagnon. He says that the market will down a lot, and he says that it may down by 50% to 75%. I don't think so. Yeah, to me, I think it's a little bit too far away. I'm happy with 30%. That would be good. Okay, Michael Burry says that if you compare, it's like the 2000 year housing bubble. All right, so he says that the market may lose half of its value, 50%, and sinks below 2009. Wow. Okay, so this one again, very long-term view, and I don't really buy it. Okay, Ray Dalio, obviously we all know him. He's one of the top fund managers in the world. He says that, right, like all bubbles and paradigm shift, he expects it to happen. And he says there's a 14 years bull run right now. So that means that there will be a punch in the face for all investors. He feels that the easy money, all this was going to hurt the economy. And that's why he don't give a number, but he just said that. And David Rosenberg, he is actually one of the what they call a veteran economist and research boss. Now, he has also been pretty spot on certain calls. Now, he's saying this, that he would like to, he like to be able to predict the market S&P at the same time. Okay, so anyway, he felt that, right, there will be more selling to come. And of course, he's looking at a complete annihilation, yeah? So it could tumble by 21%, according to this David Rosenberg. Okay, so we have as low as 20%, as much as 70%. So the midpoint is about 30% to 40%. Now, I'm not saying that these big boys are going to be correct, but just telling you what the numbers are looking at. So to me, it's right, aiming for the 20% mark for the Dow Jones. I think it should be quite an easy thing to happen, yeah, in my opinion. Okay, guys, once again, this is what I gathered for you for MAO. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Now, I'm going to go to the charts. And we'll wrap it up with all the technical level to watch out for today. And may you strike gold, okay? The bull goes moo, the bear goes grew, and the lemming goal is different this time. Okay, let's go. Now, today, the China market is closed, right? Yeah, it's closed for today. There's no trading because it's Rice Dumpling Festival. But the thing is this, it has crossed a very strong, important resistance level. So maybe it's a good chance that the China stock market tomorrow will continue to go higher. And that will be 13,866, okay? All right, so that will be the level to watch out for the China A50 counters. Okay, all right, so let's look at the more important one, like the Dow Jones for today. Okay, now the Dow Jones for today, interesting. Everybody take note, yeah? The Dow Jones for today, the KSI is green in color, it's uptick, so the market is still going to be more to the buy side. Very important information. Number two, the pivot one is actually at 32,596, and the market now is trading above the opening price. So above OP, above the pivot one is a buy, right? So today, the market can continue to go higher, right? To 34,005. sorry, 057. Okay, that means that if the market continue to go up, right? Wow, the market can go all the way to 34,057, and that's more than 1,000. Sorry, more than it's more than 700 points. Okay, 700 points from where we are right now. Okay, all right, 800 points to be precise. Okay, all right, so upside is there. Okay, so what if the market stays down? Okay, if it stays down, then the downside, the first level we'll need to take out will be the MLP 33,038. This one has to take away before the market can go lower. Okay, so for today, upside seems much more easy, downside a bit harder. So I'll let you take a decision on the OP price, and then from there you can see which one is better for you. Okay. Okay, all right, next one. The Nasdaq, everybody, the Nasdaq. Okay, the Nasdaq today also same thing. The KSI is green. The pivot one is on top of it. It's below it in a way. So very, very good chance we still have to do expectation here, upside. Upside now will be this, the 15,360. It will be the upside for the market. Okay. All right. So if it stays above the RL of the BMB, good, 13,360 is the next target. Now, if the market fail and it come down, the MLP will be the target, and that will be 12,719. Now, this is easier because it's just 200 points, and of course, if that happen, right, then you have someone that if this is going to continue, it may actually breaks below pivot one and causes more selling to go. Okay. All right. So traders, take note of that. These are the numbers to watch out for. Okay, next one is the S&P 500. S&P 500 got a little bit different. The KSI itself, right, is actually a flat. The KSI is a flat. Flat means you use the previous bar, so overall green, but it's a flat. That means that it will be an upside day, but also consider to take some profit. Okay, so what happened now is this for S&P. S&P opening price is actually between the pivot one and pivot two. So which means that it actually doesn't have a go ahead to buy immediately. Now, if the market comes down instead, then obviously the boss, okay, will be looking at after you. And of course, the 41.38 will be the technical level for the moving average. But at the same time, it's all right. The next moving average is 40.63, and then, okay, things watch out for. So what I'm trying to say is this: the S&P 500 now has to stay above 41.92 first. If we stay above and pull back, watch out for it to grow downwards towards 40.63. But at this point here itself, would there be any form of this what they call stoppage here? I'm not too sure. Never tried at this hour. Okay. So this is the S&P 500. I believe that S&P today may drop to 41.38 on this oversold region reason. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hong Kong is closed for today, so we skip Hong Kong. Now look at Nikkei. Now Nikkei continue to go higher. I will tell you Nikkei will go higher, and it will actually trigger the BMB 1x1, and really it happened. So it happened in 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. It took about 5 days to reach that. Okay, 5 days to reach the BMB extension, right? So now, how long does it take for it to come back down, right? It's something that is just very scary. So I don't know what is it, but to me it's all right. I still think that by about a week or so, okay, a week or so, everything should be fine. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, all right. So that is the Nikkei. DAX itself, right? You can see DAX was a very powerful run yesterday. Same thing once again for DAX. You can see it was above opening price, was already above pivot one. So above OP, above pivot one was a buy, and instantaneously the price really goes up. So today 14,648 will be the support level, aka the Y of this DAX today if it goes higher. All right, DAX, yeah. Now DAX KSI is green and it's uptick, so you can drive more. All right, so that is DAX for you. And how about crude oil? Okay, crude oil, I already mentioned this to you just now regarding what number to look out for, the two levels. All right, 118.63 and 112.93. As long as the market breaks either side, that means that the market will be going down. Okay, all right, so that's oil. Okay, so let's just done with oil already. Let's look at the gold market right now. Now silver is coming down. We'll talk about silver first, then Now silver is coming down today despite the CCRY formation, not too sure why. And KSI is green, and there's no blue bars. So everything looks good, right? So what happened is the market did went up a little bit, but same thing again, everybody was snatching the order. All right, so the thing is this for silver, if it goes higher, it has to go all the way to 22.74 area. And then that was where I recommend. I say that it will come down. And then you train together. Okay. All right, so for gold or silver itself, the upside is $22.74. For the price of silver to go down today, you must lose the 21.91 MLP price. Okay, next one is gold, and this is where it gets very interesting, everybody. Gold. Now you can see for gold itself, today is a CCRY for gold for day chart, right? Okay, and the KSI is green, everything is good, no blue bars, right? Absolutely not. But the problem is this now is trading between the two pivot point, and MA 200 1867 is just nearby. MLP 1857 and MAO at this 1585 MA 30 is 1850. So what I'm trying to say is this: if the dollar actually recover, I believe that gold will come down. It will come down all the way to maybe here 1857 or likely or unlikely, but can even 1850. All right, that is the view on gold. But the KSI is green in color, so you just, if you want to feel like buying, just remember to buy above OP. And if it goes below the pivot 2, which is 1864, the problem. Now, of course, I have no capacity to be able to buy this at the moment right now. Okay, so we wait for a while, and then after that, I just tell my wife slowly, and then she will like it. Okay, all right. Okay, so that is gold. Let's look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum and Bitcoin, I already tell you about Ethereum. I believe that it will go down further. It went down yesterday. So I believe that it's going to go down further so they can fill it 1673. Okay, very, very important. You can actually expect Ethereum to fall further. 1673 is my target. And last but not least will be Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, I did call for sell 2 days ago over here. It did came out a bit, then after that was some recovery. Now, Bitcoin today is trading above pivot 1 right now at 22.74, but the KSI is definitely red. So my view is this: today the upside just trim on the sides, and then you can try to aim here itself 31.801. But as I said again, usually we can expect it to be doing I think itself, totally bottom. Okay, so today's goal for the Bitcoin, it may go up to 31.801, but if things go down and break all the connection itself, right, there is a chance for this Z to actually come to P2 and enjoy 29646 target, yeah. Okay, so if downside to come in, we may see 29,646. Okay, all right, upside 31,801. Okay, guys, that will be all for today. As I said, today's MAO is a blockbuster. We have so many things to share with you. We have Janet Yellen talking, we have Brainer talking, we have Cheryl living Facebook. All these are what I feel that the ladies know something, or at least they can see it really openly. Is the guys who are now trying to do the best out of it, or maybe it's just only a part of the entire bigger picture to attract the bulls to come in and then they go for the kill. But nonetheless, it's all right. I say once again, as long as you remember the strategy I told you at the very start of the MAO, how to use a stop loss to get the maximum return, you can try it on your own, and hopefully you can make a lot of money from the market. Okay. Now next Monday itself, right? There will be MAO. There will be MAO. I will tell you what I'm looking at. But today, just think of that the movement should come from today. My view is this: in about 2 to 3 weeks' time, we should be able to see the first target itself, which is the 31,411 level. Okay, that will be all for today. Thank you for listening for almost 2 hours with me. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.